The Last Dawn, A Rebirth in the Apocalypse, Part 1. There are 6 hours left before the apocalypse begins, and my daughter is still at kindergarten. I call her teacher. Please help Emma pack her things. I'm coming to pick her up right away. Then I open the grocery delivery app and start placing orders frantically. The most terrifying thing about the apocalypse isn't the zombies, it's human nature. I don't know how long I'll survive this time around, but I'll fight with everything I have, for the people I love. The elevator chimes, and I wake with a start. I stare in bewilderment at the people entering and exiting the elevator. Just moments ago, I was being bitten by zombies, yet now I stand unharmed in this elevator, as if I've returned to the time before the apocalypse. 3 minutes later, I confirm it, I've been reborn. Reborn to the very day the apocalypse began. It's 9 a.m. now. In 6 hours, at 3 p.m., the end will come. I spend another minute organizing my thoughts. The first thing I do is call Emma's kindergarten to tell the teacher I'm coming to get her. On the way to the kindergarten, I call my mother-in-law. Mom, please go to the supermarket right now and buy as much rice, flour, and oil as you can. Buy as much as possible. Are they locking down the city again? She asks over the phone. Something like that. Please hurry, as fast as you can. But don't tell anyone else, this is just inside information I heard. I understand. We won't spread rumors or cause panic. After hanging up, I call my younger brother Alex, who's in his senior year at the local university. Go to the farmer's market right now and buy shovels, hammers, sledgehammers, and all kinds of vegetable seeds. Buy whatever you can find. Alex groans on the other end. Sis, my thesis plagiarism check came back at 45%. I need to work on my paper. Go right now, immediately. I'll pay for your plagiarism check. Remember, buy the highest quality tools you can find. Take a taxi here after you're done. Through a combination of threats and bribes, Alex agrees. If our food supplies can't last until rescue arrives, we'll definitely have to venture out to find more. These tools will be our best weapons. My next call is to my parents back home. My father injured his leg in a fall last month, and it hasn't healed properly yet, so they definitely can't make it here within 6 hours. Fortunately, after retirement, they moved back to the countryside where there's plenty of food, vegetables, and meat. Their house is also built solidly and can hold out for a long time. Finally, I send a message to my husband Ryan, who's in the military. Honey, you must come find us. Mom, Emma, and I will fight with everything we have to wait for you. He's been in closed training exercises recently. By the time he sees this message, the apocalypse will have already begun. At the kindergarten, the teacher brings Emma out to me. Mommy, why did you miss me so quickly? Emma throws herself into my arms. Yes, Mommy missed her little treasure. After 2 whole years, holding my daughter's small body again, I can't help but shed tears. Emma's mom, what's wrong? The teacher asks with concern. I scoop up Emma. I'm fine. Thank you, Teacher Williams. We'll be going now. Take care of yourself. Though I know the apocalypse is about to begin, I can't tell anyone. All I can do is wish them well. On the drive back, I don't waste a single minute using the grocery delivery app to place orders. Perishable vegetables and frozen foods aren't in my considerations once the apocalypse begins. The power will go out quickly, and these foods won't keep. Ham sausages, vacuum-packed foods, cured meat, radishes, potatoes, seaweed. These are the foods that can be stored long-term. I don't choose home delivery. Instead, I have them leave everything at the community entrance. Such large quantities might arouse suspicion, and when the food crisis hits, people will definitely come to steal. When I get home, my mother-in-law has returned with 2 bags of rice and flour and a barrel of oil. So tired she's pounding her back. Sarah, isn't this enough? Not enough. Far from enough. We need to keep buying. Mom, please watch Emma at home. I need to go out again. I find the shopping cart and head out. It's 9:45 a.m. now. I need to hurry. There's a supermarket right at the entrance of our community. I start loading cases of water into my cart. For city dwellers, losing electricity means losing water, especially for those living in high-rises. They might die of thirst before they starve. Even if they still have food, they'll be forced to venture out looking for water, and most will die at the hands of zombies. I make several trips to the supermarket, carrying water back home. When I return, Alex has already arrived with quality shovels, hammers, and plenty of vegetable seeds. I finally feel a bit more at ease. Sis, why did you buy so many things? Anyone who didn't know better would think the apocalypse was coming, he jokes. Stop talking nonsense. Go get our family's stuff from the community entrance. I still don't explain, even though he's my own brother. Explaining would be a waste of time right now. Blood relation authority works just fine. It's noon, only 3 hours left until the apocalypse. As I push my cart past the community gate, the young security guard jokes. You've practically emptied out the supermarket this morning, haven't you? A few other residents are also looking at me. I know I've attracted attention. Though they're just curious now. In the apocalypse, this kind of attention can be deadly. In the apocalypse, the most terrifying thing isn't zombies, it's human nature. I'm going on a business trip for a while. The elderly at home don't know how to shop, so I'm stocking up. I make up an excuse. The guard doesn't ask any more questions. I know I need to switch to a different supermarket and use the other community entrance. I call Alex to drive with me to a larger supermarket further away. Once there, I have him park while I head straight to the clothing section. Underwear, socks, intimate clothing, I take as much as I can carry. Once the water stops, it'll be very difficult to do laundry, so we need plenty of spare clothes. I also grab waterproof jackets in our sizes. In the second year of the apocalypse, the weather becomes abnormal with almost daily rain. If our food runs out by then, we'll need to venture out for supplies. High-powered flashlights, batteries of all sizes, I load up on everything. Solar panels would be even better, but this supermarket doesn't carry them. Fuel is most essential. Shortly after the apocalypse begins, gas service will stop. We'll need these solid and canned fuels for cooking. I also stock up on a year's supply of sanitary pads, toothpaste, and toothbrushes. Basic hygiene is crucial. If we get sick from poor sanitation, we'll suffer terribly. When Alex finds me, he sees 3 shopping carts full of supplies, and his eyes widen. Sis, what's really going on? I check the time. You'll know in 2.5 hours. It's 2 p.m. The apocalypse countdown begins. I make one last trip to the pharmacy. Cold and fever medicine, anti-infection drugs, medical alcohol, gauze, iodine, and various vitamins and nutritional supplements. I take everything I can. That'll be 503 yuan total, the clerk says with an unstoppable smile. She'll make good commission on this sale. Thank you for your business. See you next time, she says cheerfully. Looking at her young, vibrant smile, I can't help but feel moved. Goodbye. 2:59 p.m. I've put Emma to bed and closed all the windows and curtains. My mother-in-law's organizing the supplies that fill our living room. Oh my, we bought so much we couldn't eat it all in a year. This must have cost quite a bit. I stand by the window looking down at the courtyard below without speaking. If I'd had more time, I could have bought a generator, enough fuel, solar panels, rainwater collection, and filtration systems, even guns. But I only had 6 hours. I could only ensure we had basic survival supplies. 3:00 p.m. sharp. Several piercing screams rise from below. People are running desperately, but they don't get far before being tackled by bloodied figures who tear into the living with savage brutality. The security guard patrolling the complex tries in terror to call the police, but the next second he's overwhelmed by countless living dead. The apocalypse has arrived exactly on schedule, not a second early or late. Those who were bitten slowly stand up, their heads hanging at odd angles, bodies moving like marionettes as they shamble forward. When they encounter the living, they attack with savage violence. Screams fill the air above our entire complex. The smell of blood permeates everything. Dear God. My mother-in-law screams once and faints. Alex's voice trembles as he speaks. Sis, you bought all this stuff because of this? Yes, the apocalypse has come. I help my mother-in-law to the sofa. Once she recovers, I tell them both about my rebirth. In my previous life, Emma, my mother-in-law, and Alex were all infected and turned into zombies in the early stages. I only survived because I was driving at the time. My mother-in-law keeps crying. The elderly woman has never seen anything so terrifying. She worries about her son in the military and about our family. Mom, Ryan and his unit are well equipped. He'll be fine. In my previous life, I didn't reunite with Ryan until a year into the apocalypse at a safe zone, but we couldn't often be together. He was a soldier. Protecting people's lives and safety was his duty. He fought on the front lines every day. Later, when he was out on a mission, the safe zone was hit by a zombie horde. Although we fought desperately, the safe zone still fell. I was reborn. I don't know what fate awaits the others. 10 minutes later, the TV begins broadcasting news. Police, firefighters, and armed police are quickly deployed. The government urges everyone to stay home and absolutely not go outside. I video call my parents back home. Sarah, don't go outside no matter what. Something terrible has happened, my parents say worriedly. I know, Mom and Dad. Please protect yourselves too. My heart aches. Though I know my parents will be safe in another safe zone later, I still miss them terribly. Don't cry, dear. Yuan, you're a man. You need to protect your sister, Emma, and your aunt. Understand? My father solemnly instructs Alex. Though Alex is still in shock, he grips his hammer tightly. Mom and Dad, don't worry. I will. You take care too. Outside, sporadic gunshots begin. The police are shooting, but I know this level of firepower can't control the situation. The virus erupted globally on this day. No one knows how the virus appeared or why it spread worldwide simultaneously. Even when I died, it remained an unsolved mystery. Some say it's divine punishment, heaven's way of cleansing humanity. Emma wakes up crying from the sounds outside. I hold her and gently comfort her. Don't be afraid. Mommy's here. The little girl curls up in my arms and gradually stops crying. We must not let the child see what's outside, my mother-in-law says, drawing the curtains tightly shut. She'll have to face this reality sooner or later. Hothouse flowers can't withstand natural harsh winters. I won't blindfold Emma to this cruel world. After Emma calms down, I check the doors and windows and begin organizing our supplies. Alex helps me while my frightened mother-in-law stays in the bedroom with Emma. About half an hour later, chaotic footsteps echo from outside our door. I immediately grab a shovel and stand by the door, with Alex nervously following behind me, clutching his hammer. Honey, open the door! Open the door, quick! It's our neighbor, Sister Johnson's husband. I look through the peephole and see the man's clothes torn to shreds, several wounds on his arms, some deep enough to show bone. He's been infected. He'll turn into a zombie soon. Don't open it, I shout immediately, but it's too late. The door clicks open and the man rushes in. Soon after, Sister Johnson's terrified screams echo from inside, along with, Sounds like a wild animal feeding. I've seen such scenes many times before, but this is Alex's first experience. His face is pale, but he doesn't run away. He stays by my side. The little tail who used to follow me around as a child has now become my support. Without hesitation, I open the door and walk over. While Sister Johnson hasn't turned into a zombie yet, I can eliminate them both now. Otherwise, there will be endless trouble later. Sis, Alex grabs me, frightened. It's okay. I know what I'm doing. In the past, I was pampered by my parents and cherished by my husband, couldn't lift a finger or carry anything heavy. But after 2 years of struggling in the apocalypse, the me who used to only cry when facing problems now has the courage and strength to kill zombies. I go inside and see the normally gentle couple now covered in blood, their bodies mangled. The man's gray-white eyes look toward me. The scent of living people drives zombies to constant attack. Only when their skulls are shattered will they stop moving. Just as he's about to pounce on me, I efficiently smash his head, then deal with Sister Johnson, who's in the process of turning. I come out and close the door. Alex watches me in shock from the doorway. I walk past him and close the fire door in the stairwell to prevent zombies from other floors from getting in. We return home and barricade the door with heavy furniture. From now on, until our food and water run out, we won't easily step outside. Alex sits on the sofa without saying a word, clearly shaken by my ruthless zombie killing. After all, in his mind, I've always been a delicate and timid older sister. Don't be afraid of me. I'll never hurt you, I tell him. Alex hugs me and shakes his head. Sis, I'm not afraid of you. I just find it hard to imagine what you went through before. I pat his back. It was just a nightmare. That night, fires rage throughout the city, and some areas lose power. Police sirens stop wailing, gunshots cease, and the streets are filled with zombies wandering aimlessly. Our complex still has electricity. I peek through the curtains at the complex below. About half the units still have lights on, with heart-wrenching cries occasionally echoing through the air. Today was a weekday. People went to work, children to school, but many will never come home. The news keeps encouraging everyone to hold on and wait for rescue. I check my phone messages repeatedly. Like in my previous life, Ryan still can't be reached. This night, I fill every container in our home with water and charge all phones and power banks. Alex takes the night watch while Emma, my mother-in-law, and I try to rest first. But none of us can sleep. We lie in darkness waiting for the next day to come. Day 2 of the apocalypse. I wake up early and let Alex rest. We still have water and electricity, and gas is still working, but we don't know how long it will last. After making a simple breakfast, I check online information. Short videos are full of footage of zombies attacking people, with some bold people even live streaming. I search for news about rescue teams entering the city. Just like in my previous life, they haven't appeared. This isn't because they're not acting quickly, it's because combat personnel were also heavily infected and turned into zombies in the early stages. The government also tried using large-scale destructive weapons to clear out zombies, but even if they could kill many, as long as one zombie remained, it would quickly infect a large area again. Finally, Command gave up on rescue and concentrated all forces on building safe zones to provide shelter for survivors. 10 a.m. Several armed helicopters fly overhead, machine guns spitting fire as they shoot the zombies below. After running out of ammunition, the aircraft fly away and never return. They probably realized that zombies simply can't be killed off completely. Below our building, there's no longer any sign of yesterday's bustle. Dozens of zombies wander around, with no living person in sight. Taking advantage of the fact that water hasn't stopped yet, I quickly plant the vegetables. Radishes and cabbage grow fast. We can eat the tender shoots in about 20 days. Other vegetables like cucumbers, peppers, and eggplants will take longer. When I bought this house, I fell in love with this 28th floor penthouse with a terrace. Everyone said the top floor would leak, had low water pressure, and waiting for elevators was inconvenient. But I loved the sunlight and fresh air. At that time, I planned to grow a brilliant garden to wait for Ryan's return. I never imagined that one day it would become a vegetable garden. My mother-in-law and Emma also come to help. I tell Emma never to speak loudly, and the sensible child complies. She curiously watches the zombies walking around below. "Mommy, why don't they go home?" In a child's eyes, she doesn't yet understand what life and death mean. I stroke her head, because they have a very serious infectious disease and can't go home. If you ever see sick people like them, you must immediately hide and not get infected, or you won't be able to go home either. Understand? Emma nods. I understand. That evening, my parents video call. Seeing that we're still alive, they're also relieved. "I'm planning to modify the car at home and bring your mother to find you," my father says seriously. "Absolutely not, Dad. They'll build a safe zone where you are. Just stay put." "How do you know that?" I can only briefly explain about the rebirth, but my father doesn't believe it at all. He firmly believes it's inside information Ryan gave me. But after much persuasion, he finally gives up the idea of coming to find us. Day 3 of the apocalypse, the power goes out. The Wi-Fi is down. We can only use mobile data. Ryan still hasn't replied to my messages. I continue leaving him messages explaining our situation, telling him we'll hold out at home for about a year, and if rescue still doesn't come by then, we'll head east to look for a safe zone. A year from now, the eastern safe zone will be completed with fairly comprehensive security. Setting out then will help us avoid many detours. In my previous life, he didn't see any of the messages I left him due to communication failures. This time will probably be the same, but my real purpose isn't entirely to pour out my feelings. These messages have another purpose. I hope they might come in handy if there's a future. Day 10 of the apocalypse. Emma wants fried eggs. My mother-in-law is busy in the kitchen. Alex is observing the situation outside, and I'm catching up on sleep after keeping watch all night. When I wake up at 3 p.m., Emma is drawing in the living room. My mother-in-law is still in the kitchen, and the smell of stewed meat wafts out. I immediately rush over and turn off the gas. Mom, never cook anything so fragrant. Others will smell it. My mother-in-law looks at me in surprise. So what if they smell it? People have to eat. And besides, the power's out. This meat will spoil if we don't eat it quickly. It's fine now. But later, when people get hungry enough, we'll be in danger. I've seen with my own eyes how hungry people can become more vicious than zombies. They'll use any means necessary to steal food. Those bad memories make my body tremble involuntarily. I think I might have developed PTSD. My mother-in-law understands now and touches my face with her warm hand. "My child, how much suffering have you endured?" I gradually calm down and smile at her. It's okay. It's all in the past. Although we might face it all again in the future, I'm no longer afraid. My family is my source of strength. The zombies in the complex have increased considerably. This place has become a kingdom of zombies. Day 4 of the apocalypse. The water stops. We stop bathing and only use clean water to wipe our bodies simply. For the toilet, we use portable toilets we bought, collecting waste and garbage for centralized disposal. The weather is getting hot and the air reeks of decay. Soon, plague will also break out, and many who survived the first day will slowly die from disease. We put on masks and spray disinfectant at home. From today on, we'll take vitamins and exercise daily to boost our immunity and try not to get sick. Day 5 of the apocalypse, cell phone signals become intermittent. By evening, there's no signal at all. We've lost contact with the outside world. Day 6 of the apocalypse, a large number of rescue personnel appear across the river, but when trying to cross the bridge, they're blocked by tens of thousands of zombies. In the end, they can only blow up the bridge to evacuate. I hold Emma on the terrace watching this unfold. Through the billowing smoke, Emma asks me, "Mommy, is Daddy coming to rescue us?" I nod. Even though Ryan isn't among them, they went to an even more critical area then. I just want Emma's heart to be full of hope. After all, we still have a year to endure. Day 7 of the apocalypse, the gas stops too. In the morning, I'm awakened by the sound of a car driving. Looking out, I see a black sedan crushing zombies as it drives to the supermarket entrance. A heavily clothed man gets out and runs into the supermarket. After a while, he emerges holding several cans of formula. He's very fast, like a sprinter. But the zombies drawn by the sound still surround and overwhelm him. When the zombie crowd disperses, only those few blood-stained cans of formula remain on the ground. Adults can endure hunger, but babies cannot. Children are parents' precious treasures. For their children to survive, parents are willing to risk their lives even knowing they might die. Many people, like me, are watching that man. The scene just now makes many who wanted to go to the supermarket for food abandon the idea. I'm glad I turned into a zombie early in my previous life. Alex sighs. I reply, "You won't get your wish this time." Suddenly, the sound of a drone echoes nearby. I immediately pull Alex back into the house. The drone circles our complex and then flies away. I watch the direction it lands right in our complex. I don't sleep at all that night. I have a feeling something is about to happen. Day 10 of the apocalypse, it starts raining heavily. The 4 of us bring out all pots, buckets, and even pans to collect rainwater. I use small stones, soil, and gauze that I previously used for the flower garden to make a simple filter. The filtered water can be used for washing and cooking. The vegetables on the terrace, cabbage and radishes, are already 3 to 4 centimeters tall. With this rain, their growth will accelerate significantly. The rain stops in the afternoon, and the putrid smell lessens somewhat. We've been living with masks on, but today we can finally take them off and breathe freely. Alex and I are filtering water, Emma is playing with a snail, my mother-in-law is preparing dinner. Everything seems to have returned to the harmonious days from 10 days ago. Now that gas has stopped, we can only cook with the fuel we bought earlier. To save fuel, we keep meals very simple, basically just adding a little oil and boiling things. Fortunately, my mother-in-law is an excellent cook who can make even such simple preparations taste good. However, the sound of the drone returns. This time it has a small speaker attached, broadcasting a woman's voice. If anyone has extra food, I'm willing to trade a Hermes bag for it. Other people open their windows. I'll trade a Mercedes. I have another apartment in this complex. I'll trade a house for just 1 bag of rice. No one answers them. Now everyone knows that food is the most precious thing. The drone flies back, and soon after, we hear the sound of breaking and smashing. Someone is prying open doors. A couple rummages through houses, but they only go to empty ones. With their lead, others begin to follow suit. The complex fills with the sounds of breaking doors and searching. Our building also has quite a commotion, it seems. There are quite a few people left. For now, zombies can't get in due to the access control, but we don't know how long it will hold. Soon, I hear someone trying to open the fire door on my floor. They want to come search this level. The fire door is sealed and sturdy, and I've barricaded it with furniture, so it's not easy for them to get in. There are definitely people in this building. I smelled stewed meat a few days ago. A man's voice says, "Damn it, why is this door so solid?" Another man is ramming the door. The day the virus broke out, I saw a woman buying lots of things, cart after cart. Now that I think about it, she seemed to be from this building, probably the penthouse. That family seems to have just 2 women and a child, no man. I was spotted after all. I grip my shovel tightly. If they break in, I'll fight to the death. Their voices attract the zombies downstairs, who swarm toward the access control. The 2 men have to leave first and hide in their rooms. After they leave, my mother-in-law blames herself. I shouldn't have stewed that meat. I comfort her. It's okay. It's all in the past. The apocalypse is full of uncertainties anyway. Because of those 2 men's appearance, my mother-in-law and Alex both start exercising more intensively. If someone comes to steal our supplies, they want to be able to resist. Especially my mother-in-law, a strong-willed woman who, at 60, still brandishes a kitchen knife, vowing to protect us.